What is up, guys? Mr. Real Estate here, back with another video. This video is on how to get out of debt, okay? So if you don't know, 80% of people are living paycheck to paycheck and don't have $2,000 in an emergency fund just to cover anything that goes wrong in their life. So they always resort to credit cards or have to borrow money, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to start your savings where you build the savings every time that you get paid, and then you start to tackle your credit card debt, okay? So the first step is acknowledging, okay, yes, I have a debt problem. I have consumer debt. I have credit card debt. I have student loans. How do I get out of this? Okay, so the first thing you do is you have to write and list down every single debt that you have from A to Z, whether it's student loans, whether it's, you owe your sister or your sibling. Write everything down, and then you start to acknowledge, okay, this is the amount that I have. I have, say, $74,000 in debt. How can I start paying this off? So the first step is acknowledging that, okay? The second step is getting your emergency fund ready, okay? So every week or every 2 weeks that you get paid, you want to put something to your emergency fund, whether it's 10%, whatever you can do. Put it towards your emergency fund so that you can have at least $1,000 just in case anything happens. You can fall back on that instead of falling back on credit cards. All right, so that's the second step. Get your emergency fund ready just in case anything happens. Okay, the third step is to actually strategize, come up with a method. Dave Ramsey, shout out to him, he has a method called the snowball method, where you list all of your debts out and then you start from the lowest to the highest. So say you have a debt for $200, you have a secured credit card for $200 that is just sitting there. You need to start with that one first, and then once you complete that one, then you go to the next highest, which may be a $2,500 credit card that you might have maxed out, okay? And then keep going up and up from there. Every time you knock out a credit card debt, it's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel like a moral boost, like, yeah, like I knocked it out, And then you treat yourself. If you live with your spouse or with, a family member and you're tackling this debt together, treat yourself, celebrate your win, and then move on to the next one. All right. While you are knocking out all of this debt, you want to make sure that you are paying all of the minimums for your cards, so none of them default or no one has a chance to sue you for the amount that you owe them. Okay. So make sure you're paying your minimums on each card. And also, once you knock out and cut the card up so that you have no chance of using it again, credit card debt is very, very serious. Most credit cards are 20% interest or higher. So that means that 1 out of the 5 days that you're working, which is going toward credit card interest and debt. So this is very serious, guys. If you have, some sort of asset or anything like that, that you may be getting 5% or maybe 10%, but credit cards are charging you 20%. That's double of what you were making in your own investment. So this is very serious, guys. The quicker you knock this out, the quicker you can start building your assets, whether it's real estate or stocks or anything, okay? So make sure that you're knocking this debt out as soon as possible. If you have a chance, you want to call your creditors, right? This is how you can lower your interest rate on your cards. You tell them, listen, I'm going through a hardship. Do you guys have any hardship programs? Most creditors, and we do have a credit card lower interest deal that we can make with you for 6 months or a year, where they'll lower your interest rate from, say, 22% or 29%. They'll drop it down to 10%. And then that saves you money where you can pay off that loan or that credit card quicker, okay? So that's one hack that you can do, okay? The snowball method is very, very good. Some people, they do the avalanche method where they go and they attack the highest interest rate first, the cards on the highest interest rate. But I want you guys to focus on the snowball method, because it gives you a moral win. When you knock out a credit card, you feel happy, you feel good about yourself, and then you can go on to the next one. All right, follow me for more, subscribe, hit the like button, follow me for more financial literacy. All right, Mr. Real Estate here signing out. God bless you guys.